Yo, welcome to the Nightly Strange.
Welcome to the Nightly Strange, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, D-Mac Uno. Live and direct from my mama's basement. How's everybody doing today? First of all, I want to talk about something that kind of bothers me a little bit that I just want some questions on before it goes up. I like to talk about self-driving cars. Now, I'm the kind of person that likes to leave at the last minute. You know, like, is my self-driving car going to be like, D-Mac, you have 10 minutes before you're going to be late. D-Mac, you're about to be late. I mean, is it going to tell me I'm late? Can I tell my self-driving car to speed up? Is it going to hurry up and do what I needed to do? Hold up. You know what else bugs me about self-driving cars? What most people actually, most people don't realize is that the HOV lane, you know, those the lanes where you got to have more than two people in your car, that's what those lanes are made for. The devil money thinks ahead of time.
The haters.
So that's what those lanes are for. It's going to be for the self-driving cars. I feel they should have like a separate lane anyways on the freeway with like a cage over it, like a big cage. And the lane should just be like, it should just be called fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can speed as fast as you want. And like certain parts, they have parts where you can open up the cage and, you know, pick the cars up that explode, but you can speed all you want, do what you want, drive drunk. You know what I'm saying? They should have a lane like that called fuck it.
That was legit.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get out the fuck it lane, you're at the mercy of whoever's gonna pull you over. But you know, you should be on the freeway in little small cities, just fuck it, bow, motherfuckers just speeding. You know, but I'm thinking about the self-driving cars, and one thing bothers me. So, say you're driving your self-driving car, you're clipping your toenails because you ain't gotta drive. You know what I'm saying? You're doing whatever you're doing, and a regular car just pulls up and starts shooting. Is your car gonna be like, oh shit, it's time to make evasive maneuvers? Or is it just gonna keep self-driving itself down the street like nothing's happening? Has anyone else thought about that? That's what I think about. Because I don't want to be in my self-driving car without no steering wheel and someone starts dumping and my car's still going 25 in a 25. Because I'm gonna be hot. Like, they ain't making them bitches bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? That bothers me sometimes. It's just weird things I think of. You know, a lot of people that listen to my podcast don't listen to the NBA, but I do. I watch the NBA. That is my sport. I tell my kids I'm going to ignore them when the playoffs are on. They know this every year. And every year they get frustrated and upset, but I don't care. Shout out to the Lakers, man. They got an old squad. They brought Carmelo Anthony. They got Trevor Ariza. They got street clothes. I mean, Anthony Davis. LeBron's back, and they got Russell Westbrook. Oh man, I can't say that just like I can't say the word about the people that, you know, do magic or play instruments. I just say musician, and it sounds the same. Musician. Anywho, you know, someone was pointing out their whole team's over the age of 36, and it sucks how in sports, once you get in your 30s, you're told you're old, and people try to think that in life. Like, I'm 38, I got gray hair, daughters with big asses, and it pisses me off because they're the reasons I got gray hair, but I don't feel old. You know what I'm saying? Like, one time I told this old lady, she was like, you know, really old. I was like, ooh, I feel so old. She's like, how old are you? At the time I was like 33. She's like, I'm 98 years old. You're just a baby. And I said, well, damn. Okay. But, you know, I like the NBA playoffs. The only thing that made me upset about it is that they rushed the season. So, you know, we watched the playoffs. It was a good little run. Chris Paul actually finally made it to the end, but everybody else was injured. So now everybody's going to have this time off. It's going to be a great season. You know, football season's about to start pretty soon, but we're going to talk about that later. I see they're making everybody get vaccinated. Cold game, yo. Cold game. But they're about to approve that one vaccination, so I'm glad none of y'all turned into zombies, because I sure didn't want to have to kill you and steal all your shit, because I would have. To help you out. And to help me out. Because, ooh, excuse me, some of y'all got some really nice shit.
Denied.
You know, I want to talk to people about the people they have around them. You know, some people you feel you should have around you because you've known them all your life and you grew up with them and, you know, whatever the reason is. And some people, man, you just got to let go. I don't mean like kick them to the curb, but I mean, sometimes you got to see their worth to you. And it's sad to say that, but I mean, like, you know, most of us is grown and you just got to see, you know, what is this person doing for you in your life? Positive. You know what I'm saying? One time I saw a rapper, he put this up there. Shout out to Cashier. He said, man, when I'm trying to get my life together, there's maybe a handful of people that are down to help me get my life together. But if I want to go out here in the world and do some fuck shit, he's like, it's dozens and dozens of people that are down to help me do some fuck shit. You know, that kind of stuck with me a little bit because, I mean, you can always find people that are down and out. Like, some people, I see their phone, they call on my phone, and I'm just like, I let it ring. You know, text them what you want, and I lie because I ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I be down and out, Just like you be down and out. And then you look around, you be like, man, ain't nobody can help me right now. Who's gonna help? I mean, I don't mean people need to help you financially, but that's the thing. Like, people gonna come to you for like certain help, and you gotta look at them like, can they help me do that? If I fall out, are they gonna be there for me?
Yeah, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've had some times where I done fell out and motherfuckers just stopped calling. You know what I'm saying? They weren't returning my texts. Then I got my life back together, and then they want to talk, and oh, now we friends and buddy. I'm like, all right, cool. I see how it is. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all my homies having babies. Speaking of that, I'd be holding these little cute babies, and I'd be like, take that little thing back. Oh, little cute baby, making all them sounds. Oh, shitting on itself. Yeah, but that baby's gonna turn 2, and it's gonna tell you no. Then it's, kids are cool when they're like 4 and a half, because that's when they can talk and hold conversations with you, and they haven't been corrupted by the world yet. So they're like, oh, you little sweet thing. And then they got those wide eyes where they're just like, everything is so cool. You're like, oh, they're so sweet. Then they go to kindergarten, and they get corrupted by the other kids who got terrible parents. Speaking of parents, I want to talk about the situation with Dr. Dre's daughter. Hold on, I'm going to look it up really quick, and I want to read the article to you. Now, a lot of people are trying to be upset. They're like, oh, Dr. Dre should help his daughter out, blah, 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 all this. But hold on, let me find the article, and I want to read it to you and then explain to you some fuck shit. All right, here we go. Dr. Dre's oldest daughter is reportedly putting her father on blast for failing to lend a financial helping hand during her current time of need. According to the Daily Mail on Wednesday, the West Coast producer, 38-year-old daughter, Young, says that she is homeless and has been living out of her rental car. Young, who is a single mother of 4, currently works as a delivery driver for DoorDash and Uber Eats. She's also employed at a warehouse, but claims that earnings she makes aren't sufficient to secure an apartment. The outlet goes on to note that Young has asked her father to help her financially, but hasn't received anything in 18 months. The daughter, Dr. Dre reportedly shares with Lisa Johnson. Dr. Dre and Lisa split when the was only 5 years old. Excuse me. Additionally, Dr. Dre's eldest daughter says she hasn't seen her father in 18 years, nor does she have his cell phone number, so in order to contact him, she has to reach out to his team. She says, my kids are staying with friends. They're not living in the car. It's just me. Young told Daily, I'm taking odd jobs just to make it now. I get paid $15 an hour as an assembler at the warehouse, and I'm trying to keep my head above water. I've been in debt for a while. She added that she's been struggling to cover the cost of her rental car, saying, the car is a pretty penny. It's an SUV that costs $2,300 for 3 weeks, and I only paid for 1 week. Sooner or later, they're going to come take the car. Young has said she's reached out to Dr. Dre's lawyer for help as well, but because she has spoken to the media about her father in the past, Dre will not offer her any financial assistance. Now, Young did reveal that her father had been giving her an allowance and paying her rent, but that came to a halt in January of last year. The reason it came to a halt is because she was going to the media and giving information about Dr. Dre to the media, so he cut her off. Now, first of all, let's talk about this article. First, she hasn't seen her father in 18 years, but he was giving her money and paying her rent. So which is it? She doesn't have her father's number. He's never seen the kids, and I think that's on her. Okay, first of all, let's get into this. Ma'am, you have 4 kids, and you're homeless. Let's talk about that. Where they daddies at? Why are your kids homeless? They're at your friend's house. Why ain't they with their daddy? You know what I'm saying? You got 4 kids. You might have them by the same dude. They could, there's odd numbers. Why ain't they with their daddy? Number 2, if your dad, you ain't seen him in 18 years, but he was still taking care of you, why in your rabbit-ass mind would you go to the news media and give out information? I know why. Because they's paying you. So you decided to bite the hand that feeds you and say, I'm going to give information about my dad. He felt disrespected. Now, if my daughter did that to me, I feel disrespected too, and I'm going to cut your ass off. Now, let's get into this. You 38 years old. What the fuck is you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Usually you can come back home, whatever. A lot of people are estranged from their families. A lot of people didn't grow up with families. You know what I'm saying? You decided to bring 4 people into the world, but you was living off your dad, but then you gonna cross him for some extra ducats, but now you ain't got no money. But you got 3 jobs, but you still can't make it. You probably live in California, because that shit's fucking expensive. But listen, everybody, don't bite the hand that feeds you. And I'm surprised that all these hip-hop news outlets are picking this story up and not calling it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is a shakedown. It don't make no damn sense. How you gonna cross your dad? You gonna be broke and now you regret it, but now you want to go, oh, now I'm struggling, da-da-da-da-da. Fuck that shit. Where your kids' daddies at? That's where your kids need to be. You ain't getting no child support? Huh? How can you afford an SUV that's $2,300? That's a lot of money. For an SUV, so you can do Uber Eats? Come on. You know what? You didn't plan ahead. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't bite the hand that feeds you. If someone is taking care of you financially, if I had a parent who was paying all my bills and I'm a grown-ass man, I ain't saying shit to the media. Can you tell us about your parent? Fuck no, motherfucker. I ain't telling you shit, and I'm gonna tell him that you ass. So next time he sees you, he gonna check you. You know, I would have smacked you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Let my daddy pay the bill on my bail. Like, yeah, you know, they ran up on me talking about, yo, TMZ. I punched him in the face, said, World Store! You know what I'm saying? Gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that's kind of weird. I want to talk to everybody about my pop vinyl collection also. You know, my first pop vinyl, if people don't know what they are, there's these many figurines with big heads, right? But they make tons and tons of them. And like people usually collect them all, but I do not because it's weird to me. But I collect the ones I want, right? You know, I got them all for like $10. I started off with the Black Power Ranger because I was like, it's Christmas. I bought everybody some gifts. Ain't nobody gonna get me shit. I'm gonna get myself the Black Power Ranger. And then it turned into like a really bad addiction where I have like 150. Don't judge me. But it's weird. Like one of my boxes got destroyed because I keep them in the box. And so I went back online looking for a new one. And the pop that I bought for $10 is now worth $60. So I was like, shit. So I started looking up other ones. And all the ones I done bought are like quadruple or more worth the money. I said, damn, I was investing in an addiction that I didn't even know. And it threw me off. You know, and people used to give me flack, like, man, why you keep buying those? Why you keep buying those? Because it's something I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Some people buy liquor, some people buy drugs, some people buy clothes and sneakers, and I buy pop vinyls. That's just something I like to do. You know. Anywho, I didn't have a guest this week on my show because I decided, you know, I'm always sitting there. At first, I did my show by myself because nobody else wanted to do it. And then I started having guests, and then I'm like trying to reach out to people, and you know, it's kind of weird. And I'm like, what the fuck? I need anybody to help me do the nightly strange for.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah.
You know, also I want to talk about, you know, what I see in hip hop music right now, or just music in general. You know, the thing I miss about music back in the 90s, early 2000s, is that you had to pay for the album. You know, you'd pay for a CD, or you paid for your cassette tape or your record. But like mostly like for us, I would buy CDs, right? Pop that CD in. I'd be looking through the book, you know, reading. And now I feel like, you know, there's a whole bunch of people like, I'll give an example. Big Sean. Big Sean's last album was great. I'm not even a Big Sean fan, but I listened to it. But as soon as it came out, there was all these people, oh, it's horrible. Big Sean sucks. Da-da-da-da-da. But the thing is, everyone has access to the music now. You know what I'm saying? So before, if Big Sean was back in the 90s, only his fans would listen to his music. They probably play it on the radio, but the people that actually go out and want to hear Big Sean would just hear Big Sean, and he'd get critically acclaimed. Like, there's not going to be another classic album forever until Kanye West drops Donda. You know what I'm saying? You're going to name that album after your mama. It's going to be heat. But I mean, it just throws it off. Like, I hate to say it, but even Katy Perry, she dropped an album, sold 1 million copies in like the first couple days, but she got depressed because she got so much hate. And the thing is, all the haters are online. All the miserable people are online. People that ain't got no life, no job, no friends, no nothing. They got the indoor cat that's trying to escape every time they open the door. These are the people that are online talking all this shit, being negative. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people have realized that just being negative is the only way they can get attention. Like I've noticed that, like even in town, like I used to know people, like they weren't good at shit except for destroying things. So the only way they got pleasure in life is from destroying things. You know, we gotta shut these people down. It's gonna be a long night for me. My child has a bunch of little friends over. They're cool. I don't mind her little friends. It's like when my son gets little friends over, because the little boys is fucking wild. Like one time I came downstairs and they was throwing pizzas at my big screen smart TV. Like I saw a slice of pizza on my big screen smart TV. I had to turn off the TV and look them all in their eye sockets. And I said, do you do this at your mama's house? And they said, no. I looked at them kids. I said, I will beat all y'all little asses. Call your parents. Tell them why I beat your ass. Have your parents come here, and your parents gonna beat your ass in front of me for disrespecting my TV. It's crazy. And one time, somebody posted a thing talking about, you know, smart people or rich people have a bunch of books and poor people have TVs. I'm like, well, fuck you, bro. Ain't nobody asked you. We both on the same app looking at the same picture. So what does that say? You know, also, I want to know, has anybody ever tried to sue fast food for false advertisement? Is it just me? Or that shit in the commercial looks fucking delicious, right? I mean, like, damn. You know, it always gets Taco Bell's the worst. Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, like it always looks so good in the picture. So good. But then you get home with your food, or you get your food and you look at it like, this ain't what it looked like in the commercial. It's because the people inside hate their jobs. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I would hate that job too. I used to work fast food. I used to work at KFC. That was the most deadliest job I ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like the most deadliest job. Like there was hot boiling grease everywhere where if I put my hand into it, it would turn into a hand of chicken nugget. You know what I'm saying? The whole floor was greasy. They had the thing you cook the corn in and one of the handles was broken. So if you miss and you slip, bow. Boiling hot water, boiling your skin off. Fast food is a dangerous job. And I understand. But bruh, if I say I don't want no pickles on my burger, I don't want no goddamn pickles. But once again, let me get back to topic. Does anybody find it weird that the food never looks like it does in the picture? Never. You know what's the worst place to eat? I live in Kitsap County, bro. I'm gonna tell you the worst place I've eaten at is called Sonic. It's one of those drive-in places where they're supposed to come out with roller skates. Some motherfuckers said, fuck them skates. You know what I'm saying? But I waited in line for 20 minutes for cold fries.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I never had no shit like that before. I'm like, man, this line's long. My food about to be fresh. Nope. Cold ass fries. You know, for me also, I work so early, I be getting like delicious food. Like today, I went to Safeway, right? And it was like 5:25 in the morning. And something's happening at Safeway right now where they're having like a donut material shortage where they can't make donuts. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to one Safeway the other day and they only had like cream-filled donuts. And to me, I ain't eating that shit. That's like being in prison with your dude named Bubba and you kind of get punked out. Anywho, they have a shortage on donut material. So I go up there and I'm like, yo, you guys got donuts today? The lady's like, hey, all we got is the glaze. I was like, the OG glaze? She was like, yeah. I was like, well, can I just get one? She's like, yeah, I'll get you one. I was like, you know, because they weren't in the rack yet. And she goes and hits the turn. I'm watching her. And she takes the glaze and pours it over this freshly baked donut. And then gives it to me like this case. Not a bag, but like encased in like its own personal donut case. And I'm looking at this glaze and it's just glowing in the morning. And my love handles is shaking. And I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait to sit down and eat this motherfucker. Oh, it was so delicious. Oh, it was so delicious. Oh, I think I grew an extra chin under my beard from eating that delicious ass donut. I wanted to go back for more, but I know I can't be eating donuts in the morning because I'll be crashing in sugar. And I start crashing like an hour later and I gotta take like a nap and it's not all good. But I mean, if you can, any place you know that has a deli, like Safeway's deli, like I wouldn't eat their Chinese food after 11 o'clock. But if you get it fresh in the morning, ooh. Oh, delicious. Oh, I can just think of it now. Delicious. Oh, one time I went, I got the fried rice. They just brought the fried rice out and the egg rolls out and the sesame chicken. That's the first time I ever had sesame chicken. And now I'm fucking hooked on sesame chicken. Like, that's all I'm eating from these Chinese restaurants. I'm like, yo, you got some sesame chicken? Yeah, let me get that, 2 egg rolls and some pork fried rice. Cause shit's be slapping. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna keep you too long today because I'm doing it myself. Yo, shout out to my cousin Keyz. He makes the beats. If you're looking for his stuff, it's on Keyz on the track at BeatStars. He is the maestro to all the beats you hear on here. We usually put it in the title, but I want to make sure he gets his shine too, because without Keyz on the track, there would be no D-Mac. And I like to tell a lot of people, man, if you're having bad problems or issues with dating, try something different. Try something new. I know it's hard. You know what fucks us up as young people? Like, we're not as good looking, is that we want to date people that are out of our league. Not out of our league, but don't like us. And then the people that do like us kind of like, nah, I'm not into you. Excuse me. And it's a never-ending cycle of bad relationships. I mean, they're kind of good. You know what's crazy? Most people don't realize this shit. When you first meet somebody, they tell you exactly who they are in the very beginning. You do it too. We all do. We tell you the good, the bad. We say it right in the beginning. And everyone giggles and laughs and you're happy to be with somebody and you're happy because you're horny and you're like, yay, I got somebody. But then you get a little deeper in that relationship and all that information kind of comes back. You know, and so it's kind of like a pick and choose thing. But I mean, date outside of what you usually date. It's okay. No one's going to judge you. Why? We all look the same when the lights are off. If you're having sex with somebody and they're not that attractive, just turn your head and think of somebody that you really want to have sex with.
Bruh.
It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? But I want everybody to live their best life and be happy. I know it's kind of hard these times. It was a little harder last year, but I mean, these times now, live your best life. Be your best self. Ooh. Before we go, shout out to the men's Olympic basketball team for taking that gold. Yo, it was looking a little shaky there in the beginning, but y'all did it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been D-Mac Uno and the Nightly Strange. We will see you next week.
You're welcome to the Nightly Strange.
It's time.